Hey guys, ASOTM here. Today I'm here to talk about Frerard fanfiction that I didn't write, but somebody else wrote. This is a Frerard fanfiction that's very popular in the Frerard community, and that fanfiction is called A Splitting of the Mind. Um, the way I first found out about the Splitting of the Mind was about a few years ago when I moved back from California. Um, I was on Facebook one day and a friend of mine mentioned this Frerard fan fiction. And when at the time this happened, I've never really read any Frerard fan fictions. I was just, a typical fan of My Chemical Romance that listened to their music frequently. And I was a little curious about reading Frerard fan fictions. And so then I asked this person, like, hey, you know what? What's this Frerard fan fictions about? And she told me what it's about. And when she did, I was just like, boy, I need to read this fan fiction right now. And so then I started to read it, and by the time I was done reading the first chapter, I was hooked. Like, it got me, like, right from the very beginning. And so then, on a frequent basis, I read the chapters. Mostly when I was at work on my break, I would just, read a chapter while, eating my lunch. And oh my god, by the time I was done reading this Frerard fanfiction, I was a total mess. Like, I just could not stop crying because the way it ended, oh my god, I can't even tell you. Like, for those that haven't read Splitting the Mind, I suggest you go read it when you can, because let me tell you, this Frerard fanfiction it's incredible. Basically, what A Splitting of the Mind is about is that it takes place in a mental institution, and Gerard's the main character, and he suffers from paranoid schizophrenia, and he believes that this group, known as like them, or like they or whatever, which I guess is like some sort of like group that wants to take his secrets from his head, and Gerard fears that when they do take his secrets from his head, then the world will end. And he meets Frank, who's a new patient at the hospital, and it's revealed in the story that Frank suffers from like some sort like of a form of PTSD because of some like really really bad things that happened to him in the past, and because those bad things happened to him, he like feels the constant need to shower and all that. And Gerard is basically tries to quote unquote fix Frank. And yeah, that's pretty much like the main synopsis of the story without giving out too many spoilers. Um, yeah, like I said, reading this Frerard fanfiction was a hell of an experience for me. It made me smile, it made me laugh, it made me cry. Oh my god. And when I finished reading A Splitting of the Mind, I told myself, you know what? Like, I've written for several years, and I think that now is a good time to start writing my own Frerard fan fictions, which is what I did. And I got the chance to talk to the author of A Splitting of the Mind a few times. I told her, like, you know what, this fan fiction is amazing. I was hooked from the beginning. It's a really great story. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though it made me cry like a bitch at some parts. And I told her, you know what, if I never discovered this fan fiction, I would have never started writing my own Frerard fan fictions. And she's just like, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I can say right now that this is probably like one of the best Frerard fan fictions out there, if not the best. But honestly, I think it deserves that title of being the best Frerard fan fiction out there because of how so like well written that it is. The characters were very lovable, especially Gerard, and the plot was so interesting and intriguing, and it even though like the ending made me cry. I think it ended on a reasonably good note. And so yeah, if you've never read A Splitting of the Mind, I highly suggest you go read it. It's on Wattpad. And it's on a few other sites. I think it was like originally posted on LiveJournal like some years ago. I think it came out like not long after MCR's album Danger Days came out. And yeah, this fan fiction is fucking amazing, and I highly suggest that you all go read it if you haven't already. And that's all I have to say about A Splitting of the Mind, pretty much. I think I want to try and make more videos in the future talking about Frerard fanfictions that other people have written and talk about them. So if there's a Frerard fanfiction that any of you want me to read, you can leave it in the comment section. And, if it sounds interesting to me, I'll go check it out because I can start making videos about reviews of fanfictions that I've read. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video when I get that posted, and peace out, Killjoys. See you next time.